There was another World Cup game in Group D, where Croatia cemented its contender status with a 2-1 win over Iceland on Tuesday. Milan Bade and Ivan Perisic scored to set Croatia up with Denmark in the round of 16. Everton's Gylfi Sigurdsson scored for Iceland, who was in the match until Perisic's 90th-minute winner. More latest 2018 World Cup news. Josip Perisic hit a second-half cross that bounded into the path of Fiorentina's Bade, who did well to make it 1-0. Click here for live and on-demand coverage of the World Cup online and via the NBC Sports app. Live World Cup scores. Iceland drew level through Sigurdsson, who hammered a penalty down the middle after a handball in the box. But that just wasn't enough, as the criminally overlooked Perisic buried a goal to give the World Cup its second 3-0 team. Follow at Nicolas Mendola. It appears that Argentina's players do indeed have control of their team. More, Maradona says he's fine after a widely reported bust-up with manager Jorge Sampaoli following their first two World Cup group games. It is believed senior members of the squad selected the team on Tuesday against Nigeria as La Albiceleste won 2-1 and advanced to the last 16. Some intriguing photos and videos have emerged from Argentina's dramatic and emotional win, as Sampaoli can be seen in one clip appearing to ask Captain Lionel Messi, "Should I bring on Kun Agüero?" To which Messi nods. Agüero came on moments later. There is also the photo above of Messi at halftime in the tunnel area where he looks to be giving a team talk. It's not too uncommon for players to congregate in the tunnel area at halftime and have a quick chat before they head back out onto the pitch, but this did seem quite organized. And before Christian Pavone came on as a substitute, some of his teammates seemed to be giving him very clear instructions from the bench on what to do. It was all, well, very odd. Several reports state that Sampaoli has very little control over team selection and that specifically his players want to play with a solid back four instead of a three-man defense. They also believe that Sampaoli's one-dimensional tactics of high pressing do not get the best out of their experienced squad, and so the word is they pleaded for a back four and then tried to get as many attacking players on the pitch as possible during the win over Nigeria. It worked, somewhat, and Ever Banega was especially key in central midfield as his control of the tempo of the game allowed Messi to roam, create and ultimately deliver further forward in more dangerous areas. Sampaoli will continue to be under plenty of scrutiny in the coming days as Argentina prepare to take on France in Kazan in their last 16 clash, as it appears that the players are indeed calling the shots during their World Cup campaign. What a time to be alive. Follow at JPW_NBC Sports. Diego Maradona had quite the day on Tuesday as he watched his beloved Argentina narrowly beat Nigeria in St. Petersburg to secure their place in the last 16 of the World Cup. More latest 2018 World Cup news. Maradona, 57, was seen praying, waving banners and singing his heart out before the game had even begun. During the game he was shown several times by the TV cameras and looked anxious throughout. But when Marcos Rojo's superb volley in the 86th minute all but confirmed Argentina's passage to the knockout rounds, Maradona lost the plot and made an obscene gesture by flipping two birds. Amongst it all, he was shown being helped into a suite and paramedics were checking him over, but the Argentine legend had the following to say via an Instagram post. "I want to tell everyone that I am fine," Maradona said. "In the halftime of the game against Nigeria, my neck hurt a lot. I was checked by a doctor and he recommended me to go home before the second half, but I wanted to stay because we were risking it all. How could I leave? I send a kiss to everyone, thanks for the support." It will be intriguing to see if Maradona is present for Argentina's last 16 clash against France in Kazan on Saturday. Judging by his comments above, there's no way he's missing that game. Follow at JPW_NBC Sports. Dortmund, Germany, AP. Borussia Dortmund signed French defender Abdou Diallo from Bundesliga rival Mainz on Tuesday. Dortmund says the 22-year-old Diallo has penned a 5-year deal through June 2023 and will start training with his new team on July 7. Diallo is Dortmund's second most expensive transfer, after André Schürrle, costing a reported €28 million $32.7 million. The club hopes Diallo will fill the gap left by Sokratis Papastathopoulos, who is expected to complete his transfer to Arsenal. He is a modern and strong central defender, who is very intelligent. Dortmund sporting director Michael Zorc said of Diallo, but he can play a wider defensive role too, or even be deployed in a defensive midfield role. The combination of his great potential and his versatility is what made Abdou such an interesting prospect for us. Diallo has played in every youth category for France since the under-16s. He made 27 league appearances for Mainz in his debut Bundesliga season following his transfer from Monaco last year. The defender is Dortmund's latest off-season signing under new coach Lucien Favre after the arrivals of midfielders Thomas Delaney and Marius Wolf, and goalkeeper Marvin Hitz. Chelsea seemingly endless wait to announce the departure of Antonio Conte and arrival of Maurizio Sarri may be coming to end. Sarri, the former Napoli boss, was still under contract with the Naples club while Conte had contract left at Chelsea and wasn't about to walk away without a settlement. Neymar returning to form. Sarri, 59, won nearly 66% of his matches in leading Napoli to a near conquest of Serie A. Goal.com says the London fates of both Sarri and Conte could be sealed soon, with Napoli agreeing to talk with Chelsea about the manager. Antonio Conte is still officially Chelsea's head coach, and there is likely to be an agreement over his exit package, with the Italian having strained relationships with both club director Marina Granovskaya and up to 7 first-team players. The cost of Conte's exit, which could cost £9 million, and the fee for Sarri are not yet fully agreed, but the contract for Chelsea's main target is expected to be a 3-year deal and an agreement on terms is likely to be a formality. Follow @Nicolas Mendola.